Hey, Madison Sasman here, and I am wanting to talk to you guys today about what it takes to start building a team, and what it takes to start to help other people build teams on your team. If you have somebody that you have already invited to be a part of the business with you and they are looking to do the same thing, they want to share this opportunity, or maybe you haven't recruited anyone before, but leadership is something you have kind of eyed at, or you know how much Norwex has impacted your life and you would love for that to happen for other people in your world. I wanted to be able to give you some pointers on how to do that. There are a myriad of systems that you can do, but I'm going to focus overarching. Okay, these are the four things that you need to have in order for the systems to actually work. And the acronym that I'm going to give you is GIVE, Give. So, you guys ready? All right, here we go. So, starting with G, G is growth. So this is about personal growth. All right, you need to be committed to doing your personal business at a consistent level, whatever that looks like for you. You need to be committed to doing that and setting the example for whoever is watching you. And trust me, there are people that are watching you. So commit to your personal business and your personal growth. This is also meaning that like you're reading, right? Whether that's through audiobooks, start with Brené Brown. Start go download the Norwex podcast. Go download Gold Digger from Jenna Kutcher, right? Go listen to Dana Wilde. Go pick up, something from Amanda Gore. These are all people that are going to help with leadership. Pick up some, if you have an author that you're loving that they have leadership skills or business skills, go make sure that you're investing in doing that. Go to conference, Norwex conference, go to the meetings that you're invited to from your team and from Norwex when they come to your area. Those are super important, and they're going to be ways that you're going to be able to have your own kind of personal growth. The next thing is I. A couple of years ago, our church that we have been attending for over a decade did a training that I really loved that really stuck with me. And they talked about how when you are in community, or when you see somebody and you're wanting to reach out to them, you oftentimes can have the most impact by telling someone, I see in you this thing, right? So often I am number one, like I definitely struggle with this. I don't see my own genius, right? I'm blind to like the things that I'm really good at, because I just think that everyone can do the things that I can do, right? But the reality is that that's not true, right? Everyone has their own specific genius, and they need to be told like, hey, I see this in you, and I think that you would be amazing at this, right? Whether that is leadership or coming onto the Norwex team, right? If you have a host who's like doing the party for you and talking about all the products, like you need to say like, hey, I see that you love these products and I think that you'd be amazing at this, right? Or, like you have somebody on your team who's been consistent in sales. You need to reach out to that person and tell them that that is something special, right? I see in you. The next thing is going to be V, which is vision. And it is your job to make sure that you are casting a vision for those people in your life. So whether that is a future recruit or somebody who, is looking at leadership, help them. Not only are you going to say, I see this in you, but also like listen to them. What do they want? What are their goals? What are they hoping for? And then cast a vision for what's possible. I use my friend Monica, who is on our team. She recently promoted to TC. We are celebrating her this evening. And we went to a training a couple of months ago, and on the way home, she was talking about how her mother-in-law has a car that has a heated steering wheel. She said, oh yeah, someday when I retire, I'm going to have that. And I said, well, why wait till you're retired? Right? But that's what you can do for people. Like, oh, your daughter wants to join the competition dance team and it costs a lot of money. Okay, well, what do we need to make that happen? Actually, you know what? What if you could do that? Sometimes people, and I think especially in our culture, we're so afraid to fail that we don't allow ourselves to dream. And so here at Norwex, we are all about the dream. Okay. And the fact that Norwex is the vehicle that can get you there. Okay. The reality is this: we have dreams and desires that are birthed in us for a purpose to help other people. Okay. If I never wanted to, I want to earn the next incentive trip. I have goals to become a jacket leader. If I didn't have those goals and those dreams and desires, would I have the drive? Would I have the motivation to go and share Norwex the way that I do? No, right? Those dreams and desires are things that are driving that, and Norwex is the vehicle, right? So cast a vision for people that you're talking to, that you're wanting to bring onto your team, people that are, looking at leadership, or even maybe they aren't looking at leadership, but they're like, hey, I want to make more money. Hey, I want to go to leadership conference. Cast the vision for them. E is encourage. Okay. Whether you're new in the business or you've been doing it for years, the thing about business is that it ebbs and flows. There are valleys and there are mountaintops, and welcome to life. That's just how it is. The sooner you can learn to just ride the wave, the better. Okay, so that's for you. That's a piece of personal growth. But you also need to come alongside people and let them know, if somebody calls you and goes, well, I've been thinking about, joining Norwex, but my mom said she would never host a party for me because she doesn't believe in direct sales. That happens. So validate her experience. Hey, I'm so sorry. You know what? I've also had people in my life who really don't want to support this kind of a business right now. I totally understand. Validate them, but do not stay in it. Okay? Because we get to set the temperature on how we are going to think positively. Okay? So you could say to that person, I'm so sorry. You know what? I think that you don't need, that's just one person. You have so many other people in your life who, when you get these products into their hands, they're going to love them. Right? Maybe you have somebody on your team who has 2 recruits that's been, trying to get to team coordinator and hasn't been able to make it happen. That can be frustrating. Absolutely. Encourage them, come alongside them and just say, look, you're doing the work, and we're not going to care as much about the outcome as we are about actionable items, because when you do the things you're supposed to do consistently, eventually it will hit. My husband's been doing a podcast for 3 years now. And for the first 18 months, they had really low downloads, but they consistently every week put out an episode. Then it hit. It got really popular. It's kind of big in the Disney world. They have 100,000 downloads. It's grown, and it's because they refused to give up. They just were consistent and refused to give up. And you can do the same thing. I saw this post the other day, and it talked about how success is going to be hard, but it's not going to get easier by quitting. The dreams and goals you have, you're not going to get there by quitting. So just encourage your people. Be there for them. Validate their experience, and then say, all right, how can I help? I believe in you. right? Go back to the vision casting for them. Go back to telling them what you see in them, because everyone has something to offer. So GIVE, when you give, you grow. And I feel like when you give, you're focusing on giving. The opportunity for either Norwex or leadership, you're affecting the world. Like you're changing the world. So thanks, guys. Make sure to check out the next couple of posts coming, and let me know what you feel like if you're a leader, what is your best tip for leading a team? And if you are not yet a leader, what are the things that you like to see from your leaders? And post those down in the comments. All right. Love you guys. Bye.